Hey everyone, it's the Enlisted, your best dressed gamer here, and I wanted to talk to you about some of the ideas I had rolling around in my head during one of my cigar smoking sessions. But first, I want to say these are my own opinions. I'm not a game designer, so I'm not sure how difficult it is to add these things into the game, and I don't want to sound like I'm dogging Gaijin or the developers. I do, however, think this would add so much more to the game and would further the roles that we already have in it. The first role I'd like to look at is the radio operator. I would take away its artillery strike. Now before you guys click away from this video and downvote it, hear me out. I would replace its artillery strike with a bombing run. What I mean by having a bombing run is that a group of bombers are going to be called in from that same minimap you already call artillery. When you do that, you're going to have to pick the direction in which that bombing run is going to take place. After you do that, you're going to be taken to that bombardier view that you see in War Thunder. Now, you will be unable to change the flight path of these aircraft, but you will now be able to choose when those bombs are dropped. When an enemy bombing run is called in, a verbal notification letting everyone know that there is enemy bombers inbound will be made.
Enemy AC-130 bomb!
This will do two things. First, it will make the enemy unaware of where the attack is going to come from. And two, it's going to put more responsibilities on fighters like P-51s, BF-109s for air superiority. It's also going to make the AA guns have their intended purpose used in-game. As opposed to being an anti-infantry meme build, it's going to go back to anti-air. I would also like to see the RO have the ability to call in smoke barrages with binoculars that I would add to the game. This will keep assault troops being able to push into those close quarter opportunities on maps that are generally conquest driven. Now that there's no indirect fire option other than the mortar, I would bet people are more likely to use said mortar. We need to take a look at how to make it more lethal while keeping balance in the game. First thing I would add is the bracketing fire adjustment ability. What I mean by bracket firing is in the military, a gun will fire one round far and one round short of a target. The forward observer, which in Enlisted would be the radio operator and the sniper, with those binoculars, would make the corrections of those rounds by having the distance of those two rounds in order to get an area target. This is when you would do fire for effect. This, however, I would like to see as more of an automated feature with a cooldown, so not to waste the mortarman's ammo and to not make the game so complicated. Looking at you, Arma. When the bracketing feature is done by the sniper or the radio operator, a notification is sent to the mortarman, who can accept or deny that bracketed area. If they accept, the mortar will set up directly to fire onto that area. Now, you might say, whoa there, Enlightened, this is going to make the mortar super OP. Well, I would agree with you. I have accepted in adding something that would counterbalance this feature. What I would do to keep balance in the game is I would have an engineer set up what I'm going to call a radio link drop. It's going to be very similar to just what an ammo drop is. If the mortar is near it, then the enemy mortar's firing location will be revealed on the minimap when it fires. This will allow for counter battery operations and keeping the mortars from just raining death all day long onto the riflemen, which, let's be honest, they are already doing that if you've watched any videos on YouTube. I also would like to see a more visual cue of when mortars are firing from the air so that you're going to have some more airstrikes on those mortar positions from, say, aircraft like the P-38 or the BF-110. So what do you guys think? Am I a genius or a crazy person? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, check out the links in the description. Click that subscribe button and that bell notification. All of that helps me out, and I really appreciate you guys stopping in to watch this video. Until next time, guys, cheers.